What's going on? It's your boy H Money, Mr. The Zone. We in the building. You know what I mean? We got a great interview with Otha Jones III, one of the best young fighters in boxing. Incredible amateur background. He's currently 5-2. 5-2 record, 5 wins, 2 knockouts, undefeated, a 21-time national champion, unbelievable amateur record. You know what I'm saying? 270 wins, only 12 losses for Otha Jones III, one of the best young fighters in the sport of boxing, training out of that Soul City Boxing Club in Toledo, Ohio. You know, he has a great team around him. Shout outs to his coach, Roshan Jones. Shout outs to his father, Otha Jones. You know what I'm saying? They got a great team. His sister O'Shea Jones, one of the best female fighters in the world. We ready right now. Shout out to my boy Canelo Sports. What's good? We ready. We ready, man. Otha Jones III. Remember, I made that video about him. Otha Jones III, the next Meldrick Taylor. You remember I made that video about him? We just did an interview with his stablemate, Isaiah Steen. The Soul City Boxing Club in Toledo, Ohio. It's the new Crunk Gym, man. It's the new Crunk Gym out there in Toledo, Ohio. They got a lot of great fighters. Like I said, Charles Conwell, his brother Isaiah Steen, Otha Jones III, his sister O'Shea Jones. They doing a lot of big things, man. He said, let me see some of the comments. We excited, man. You know what I mean? One of the best young fighters in the sport. I got breaking news, by the way. We got an official announcement. Otha Jones III, he will be on Devin Haney's undercard next month in September. I can't wait. I can't wait to watch Otha Jones III fighting on Devin Haney's undercard, bro. He gonna look good. You know what I'm saying? When you talk about the best young fighters in boxing, you got Devin Haney, the youngest champion in the world. You got fighters like Otha Jones III. You got fighters like Shakur Stevenson. And a matter of fact, Otha Jones III, he wants to fight Shakur Stevenson in the future. It's a big time fight. I think Otha Jones III, he will beat Shakur Stevenson. Just keeping it real with you. Otha Jones III, he got more power than Shakur. He's younger than Shakur. Shakur Stevenson, 23 years old. Otha Jones III, only 20. Otha Jones III, he fought 4 times in 2019. The kid got what it takes to be a future world champion. He wants Gary Russell Jr. too. Gary Russell Jr., he's talking about he can't find a fight. He's doing a lot of capping and acting. He's doing a whole lot of capping and acting. Otha Jones III, he wants that smoke. Believe that. We want all that work. He said, show us the Ice H Money. Let me show you the ice right there, bro. Championship, man. You know what I mean? That's my Super Bowl ring right there with the big M right there, man. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. H Money, you know what I mean? Smash that like button, folks. Let's get those likes up. We got a future world champion. Remember who talked about Otha Jones III first. Remember who was the first one to talk about him. You know what I mean? You know I'm Mr. The Zone. We gonna shed that spotlight on all the DAZN fighters, especially the young guns. You know what I mean? Otha Jones III, Raymond Ford, Darren Cunningham. Y'all don't sleep on Darren Cunningham either. You know what I mean? Darren Cunningham signed to Devin Haney Promotions. Hell of a young fighter. Believe that. You know what I mean? So, yeah, man, we going to turn up right now. Otha Jones III, he won all that smoke. When you look at the he's currently fighting at 130 pounds, I believe. He's been fighting at 135, different catch weights. He's trying to figure out exactly which weight he's most comfortable at. So if you look at the landscape in boxing right now, you got the 130-pound division. That's the super featherweight division. World champions currently, you got Jamil Herring, the WBO world champion, Joseph Diaz, Jojo Diaz, the IBF champion, Leo Santa Cruz, you know what I'm saying? Leo Santa Cruz, the WBA champion, and Miguel Burchell, the WBC world champion. Otha Jones III, he wants smoke with all the champions, all the former champions. You know what I'm saying? He's ready to take his spot, man. He ready to get in there with the best. So you got to respect a young fighter like that. Wants to fight the best. Listen, he's a 21-time national champion. 270 wins as an amateur. 270 wins as an amateur. Possibly even more than that, bro. He might even have more than that. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to hit him up right now. We finna hit him up like Pac said, man. Time to hit him up. You know what I mean? We finna get him in here, man. And guess what? Shout outs to the MXBC, man. Shout outs to the General, Coco Tyler, the youngest CEO. The youngest CEO on YouTube, bro. You got to believe him. You know what I'm saying? You got to respect Coco Tyler starting his own mob, man. He started his own mob. You feel me? You already know that. You know what I mean? Shout outs to everybody, man. Shout outs to the LDBC. You feel me? Shout outs to the J4B. Shout outs to the MOB, man. We in here, you heard? Hey, man, we taking sports and entertainment to the next level. Shout outs to Devin Haney Promotions. Shout outs to the Dream Devin Haney. Shout outs to the OG, the boss. Shout outs to the boss, Bill Haney, BH. You know what I mean? Some of the realest in the game. Shout outs to Soul City Boxing, for real though. Shout outs to Big O. You know what I mean? Shout outs to Otha Jones III, his brother and his trainer, Roshan Jones, making everything possible. You know what I mean? I'm here to give y'all great content, man. I'm here to give you guys great content. And let's talk about the future stars of boxing. Remember, I did that video. Otha Jones III, the next Meldrick Taylor. The next Meldrick Taylor, man, he got a lot of skills, just like a young Meldrick Taylor. Remember, Meldrick Taylor, his fight against Julio Cesar Chavez, one of the best fights in the history of boxing. Meldrick Taylor and Julio Cesar Chavez had a legendary fight. Meldrick Taylor out of Philadelphia with a lot of heart. He had a lot of heart, man. You know what I mean? So we finna get into it. Let me hit him up right now because we about to get into this interview and you don't want to miss it. This is must-see television. We putting Gary Russell Jr. on notice. Gary Russell said he can't find an opponent. You can't find a fight. We got Otha Jones III ready to go. So we can set the fate up. Gary Russell Jr., he dumped Devin Haney. What up, though, 13? My boy 13 in here. What's up with it? 13 in the building. What up, though? Yeah, man, listen, I got a future world champion coming through. One of the best young fighters in the sport of boxing. Y'all need to take heed, man. I'm finna call the coach right now. You know what I mean? We gonna see what's going on. Believe that. No cap. Set it up. It is what it is. He said Meldrick Taylor got the fastest hands outside of Sugar Ray Leonard. That's what I'm telling you. Otha Jones III got some crazy ass hands, man. And what's up with Coach, bro? Come on, Coach. Let's get it popping, man. Listen, Meldrick Taylor has some crazy hands, bro. Fast. You know what I mean? He had a lot of heart as well. Meldrick Taylor had a lot of heart. A Philadelphia fighter. Remember, Meldrick Taylor versus Howard Davis. Meldrick Taylor beat Howard Davis. Meldrick Taylor, he beat Buddy McGirt. Meldrick Taylor is a Hall of Famer, bro. Meldrick Taylor is a Hall of Famer. Otha Jones III is a future Hall of Famer in the sport of boxing. He came up with Devin Haney in the amateurs. He came up with Devin. He came up with Devin the Dream Haney in the amateurs. Believe that. You know what I'm saying? So he's ready to take advantage of his opportunity next month on the Devin Haney undercard. You know what I mean? I'm looking forward to watching Otha Jones III on the Devin Haney undercard. What up, though? To my big homie. What up, though? Strapped up Sammy. What's good? I see you. Chopstick in the building. What up, Chop? What's good? Salute, my boy. We out here, man. You know what I mean? On my B-date, man. Hey man, it's my birthday right here. You know, I'm blessed by the best. Blessed by the best, man. I want to thank God, man. I definitely want to thank God because I can easily be in jail right now. I can easily be dead. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? I could easily be dead or in jail right now. But thank God I'm here with y'all, man. I made it to C33, bro. I made it to C33, man. You know what I mean? Let's go, bro. On my B-Day, man. You know what I'm saying? With Otha Jones III, man. You know what I mean? And later, we're going to talk about Devin Haney. Devin Haney, hey, listen. Devin Haney been exposing these guys, man. He just, you know what I'm saying, was on Instagram talking about the Donald Duck family. The Donald Duck family talking about Lomachenko, Adrian Broner, Gervonta Davis, Ryan Garcia, Teofimo Lopez, Luke Campbell, Javier Fortunas, Robert Eastern. He talking about all the guys, man. Let's go, man. Oh, yo, Sammy said, today is my mother effing holiday. You know what I mean? Moolah Day. Yay. It's Moolah Day. Salute, Superb, Supreme. What's good with it, my boy Supreme? I see you. Coco Tyler, the youngest CEO in the building. Coco Tyler, he started up his own mob. He started up his own mob, man. You gotta respect that. Rob 87, we in here. You already know. Salute to all my peoples, man, that always show me love. We winning, man. We winning. We gonna keep winning. You know what I mean? Definitely, I want to thank God. I want to thank my mother, you know what I mean? My mama for having me. My mama for bringing me into this world, you know what I mean? Shout outs to the MXBC. Shout outs to the LDBC, the J4B. Shout outs to Bill Haney, Devin Haney, the whole Devin Haney promotions. You know what I'm saying? Shout outs to Barbershop Conversations. We in here, man. We are the future. We are the future of sports and entertainment. Shout out to my boy Kinda Loco Sports, of course. Big Broski, Kinda Loco, Rob 87. He said, bruh, I couldn't figure it out. He said, how to give folks a wrench, my G. He said, I'm almost lost as hell. All you got to do, listen, let me show you, bro. I'm going to demonstrate on my phone how to do it. What up, though? He said, my boy, TJ Ford, shout out to TJ Ford. I want to thank Coco. I want to thank Sammy, Fresh BX, all my people, Coco, Tyler, Rob 87, JC, you know what I mean? MMA champ, Danny the Great, Chain TC. He said, happy 24th, H Money. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to all y'all, man. Shout out to all y'all, man, that believed in me, and we making it happen, man. You know what I mean? Now we making it happen. Now we interviewing world champions, bro. Now we, you know what I'm saying, working with Devin Haney Promotions. It don't get no better than that. It don't get no better than that. I'm going to show you how to do it real quick. Look, you got to do it on your phone. The only way I know how to do it. What up, though, real? What's up, my boy? Oh, they got to come through, bro, for real. They got to come through, bro. No cap. Let me show you exactly what it is. I'm going to show you how to do this thing. We out here. So, look. What's up, my boy? Look, this is how you do it. Let me show you Kinda Loco Sports. Look, you go to your phone or whatever. You see the people names? You see the people names on the list. Look. You see MMA champ. Say I want to give MMA a champ. MMA champ a wrench. Look, you click at his name. Look. Click at his name, and it's going to give you options. Look. Add moderator. All you got to do at the bottom, it says add moderator. Hit the add moderator. Hit add moderator, and then you can add a wrench just like that. You click at a person's name, and you go to add moderator right there. Add moderator. You feel me? That's how you do it. That's how you do it, my boy. Simple. All you got to do is click at a person's name on your phone. You got to do it on your phone. You got to do it on your phone. Add moderator. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. Otha Jones III, 270 wins as an amateur. He's currently undefeated. 5 wins, 2 knockouts. Yo, let me drop the link to my people real quick in case anybody want to hop on, man. Y'all welcome to hop on. You know what I mean? Holla at your boy. We doing it big, man. Listen, I've only been doing this stuff right here on YouTube for it's been about 10 months. My first video was 10 months ago. You know, my first video was about Devin Haney. The first video I ever did was about Lomachenko ducking Devin Haney, man. You can look it up. First video 10 months ago, bro. The first stream I ever did was 10 months ago, bro. And look at me, man. Look at me now. Look at me now. You know what I mean? Now, it hasn't even been a year. And we interviewing future world champions like Charles Conwell, Otha Jones III. You know what I mean? I got an interview coming up soon with Darren Cunningham. You know what I mean? Shout outs to Devin Haney Promotion. Shout outs to Bill Haney making everything possible for real. You know what I'm saying? The interview with Mickey Bay, a former world champion like Mickey Bay, the trainer, and a former world champion, Mickey Bay. So that was big. Hopefully we can get Devin Haney on the channel soon. Hopefully we can get Devin Haney on the channel real soon as he gets ready for his next fight next month in September. You know what I mean? For real though, bro. Let's get it popping, bro. Future world champion, Otha Jones III. He wants smoke. He wants to fight Oscar Valdez, Gary Russell Jr., Shakur Stevenson. Every last one of these cats. Every last one of them. They can definitely get it, bro. We want all the smoke. Believe that. You know what I mean? Hey, listen. Otha Jones III got a lot of dog in him, too. He got a lot of dog in him. He can box you from the outside. You know what I mean? He can box you up from the outside. He likes to fight on the inside. He got a lot of heart. You know what I mean? Let's see what's up with him, bro. We out here for real. Got to get this interview, you know what I'm saying? We got to get it going, bro. Hey, Otha Jones III, he got a great personality too. I mean, people gravitate towards him. There's a lot of people out here that gravitates Otha Jones III. You know, he got a great personality. He's gonna be a fan favorite. He's gonna be a fan favorite, man. For real though. No cap. No cap, bro. We ready to make these big fights happen. We ready to make the big fights happen for real. Line them up. Oscar Valdez, Miguel Berchelt. Oscar Valdez, Miguel Berchelt. You know what I'm saying? And also, let me talk about the champions in the featherweight division at 126. You got Josh Warrington, Carl Frampton, Gary Russell Jr., Leo Santa Cruz. We want all of these guys, man. Carl Frampton, Josh Warrington. You know what I'm saying? That Josh Warrington fights, that's a good fight right there for Otha Jones III. You know what I mean? OJ3 the Juice Man. OJ3 the Juice Man. Let's get it popping, man. Let's get it popping for real. We out here, man. We ready to make it happen. Hey, Berchelt. I like Berchelt. He's a good fighter. But you know, Otha Jones III, he's ready, man. He wants to fight the best. He wants to challenge himself. You got to respect that. You know, Shakur Stevenson, he's 23 years old. Shakur Stevenson already had a tune-up fight at 130. He's not ready to go fight a Miguel Berchelt. Shakur Stevenson is trying to take the easy route. He's trying to take that easy route. And he's trying to go fight, you know what I mean? He's trying to fight Oscar Valdez. You know what I'm saying? Shakur, he says Shakur can't keep up with the Joneses. That's exactly what I'm saying. Shakur, man, hey, man, I'm telling you, Otha Jones III going to beat Shakur Stevenson, bro. He going to beat Shakur Stevenson. I promise you that. 270 wins as an amateur, a 21-time national champion. Come on now. Shakur got to take tune-up after tune-up. You know what I'm saying? He cherry-picking. He wants to fight Oscar Valdez, who's not even a champion. Why not Shakur Stevenson go fight a champion like Miguel Berchelt? What you waiting on? What you waiting on, bro? You 23 years old, man. Listen. When Sugar Ray Leonard was 23 years old, Sugar Ray Leonard, he fought against Wilfred Benitez for his first world title. Floyd Mayweather fought Genaro Hernandez at 21. Shakur 23, bro. And all you got to show me is Joet Gonzalez. All you got to show me is Joet Gonzalez. Listen, you put Otha Jones III in there with Joet Gonzalez. Otha Jones III going to stop him. He going to stop him. You know what I'm saying? He going to stop his ass, bro. No cap. Going to stop him. For real. We ready to make it happen, bro. We ready to make it happen. September is the next fight. What's up with it? My boy Leonard Ellerby's nose. I see you. He said, salute H Money. Salute. He said he's fighting Valdez. He is fighting Valdez. It's a title eliminator to fight Burchell. Chats. He said that's the plan. Come on, bro. What you waiting for? Why you got to go? You don't need to go fight no title eliminator. You did interviews saying you want to fight Miguel Burchell. Why you got to take title eliminator fights? Burchell got the belt. He's ready to fight you. Burchell ready to fight you. What you got to do a title eliminator for, man? He's scared, bro. He's scared. His team, they said Shakur Stevenson ain't ready for that, bro. They, you know what I'm saying? They not ready for that fight. You got to even though Adrian Broner lost to Marcos Maidana. Adrian Broner, he fought him at 23 years old. Adrian Broner was 23 years old when he fought Maidana. Listen, in the history of boxing, you know what I'm saying? Legends like Felix Trinidad moved up to 154 pounds. In his first fight, he moved up from 147 to 154. And in his first fight, Felix Trinidad, he fought against David Reed, a world champion. Floyd Mayweather, when he moved up from featherweight to lightweight, his first fight was against a world champion, Jose Luis Castillo. So what is Shakur Stevenson waiting on? I'm tired of these fighters ducking, man. Devin Haney out here trying to fight the best. Devin Haney wants to fight Lomachenko, who's considered to be the best fighter in the world pound for pound. And Shakur Stevenson won't even fight the champions in his division. And he's 23. Devin Haney, 21. Come on, man. I'm done making excuses for Shakur Stevenson, bro. All you got to show me is Joet Gonzalez. You trying to cherry pick Oscar Valdez? Come on, bro. That's weak. That's weak. He did interviews talking about he want to fight. He want to fight against Miguel Burchell. But now I'm seeing that he's talking about fighting Oscar Valdez. Which one is it? Which one is it? That's why Devin Haney is the best young fighter in the world, bro, because he wants to fight the best. That's why Devin Haney is the best young fighter, because the top guys are ducking him. You see the duck tree. You see Gervonta Davis don't want no smoke with Devin, and Devin 21 years old, and Gervonta 25. You see that? Are you serious? Lomachenko, considered pound for pound the best in the world, giving up his belt to avoid Devin Haney? This is why Devin Haney is way above Shakur Stevenson. Shakur won't even fight the top guys in his division. Did Shakur Stevenson, when he was at 126 pounds, did he fight Gary Russell Jr.? No, he didn't. He fought the weakest champion of them all. He fought the weakest champion of them all, bro. The weakest champion. And remember, Eddie Hearn sent Shakur Stevenson an offer. He sent them an offer to fight against Josh Warrington, and he didn't accept it. He should have took that fight, a unification bout. He said, I don't want to fight in the UK, this and that. But didn't Earl Spence go to the UK and beat Kell Brook? Come on, bro. I'm thinking, you know what I'm saying, Shakur Stevenson ain't really about that smoke, bro. You know what I'm saying? You had a chance to do a unification bout. Eddie Hearn sent you an offer. Why your team didn't send a counter offer? Where was the counter offer from Shakur Stevenson? Eddie Hearn, he showed the offer. And at first, Shakur Stevenson was like, I never got an offer. I never got an offer to fight Josh Warrington. Come on, bro. Man, listen, Otha Jones III to take that offer to go fight a Josh Warrington for real, though, man. No cap. Listen, Tank is scared of Haney. Been telling people that for the longest. My nigga. No cap. No cap, bro. For real. Loma ain't no pound for pound. That's what everybody says. Ring Magazine got him pound for pound. ESPN got him pound for pound. So they got him as one of the best fighters in the world, and Devin want that work. Devin want Teofimo Lopez. Devin Haney wants to fight against all the top guys. Ryan Garcia. You know what I'm saying? Gervonta Davis. All of those guys are ducking him. You know what I mean? The lightweight division is the most stacked. Devin Haney calling out Adrian Broner. Tell him, come back to your natural weight. Come back down to your natural weight and you can get some of this work. They don't want that. These guys pricing themselves out. Devin Haney calling out Gary Russell Jr. Let's fight. Let's fight. You know what I mean? Let's get it in, bro. Real talk. Why Shakur Stevenson didn't fight Gary Russell Jr.? Why Shakur Stevenson never fought against Josh Warrington, Carl Frampton, and those guys? He chose the weakest fighter, bro. He got a chance to fight the weakest guy of them all, Joet Gonzalez, bro. Are you serious? Are you freaking serious? Come on, bro. You don't get no clout for that. You don't get no respect for that, bro. You don't get no points for that. You know what I'm saying? You put Otha Jones III in there. You put him in there with Joet Gonzalez. I guarantee you Otha Jones III stops him. I guarantee that, bro. No cap. You hear me? No cap, for real. Let's get it popping. Big time action. Future world champion Otha Jones III coming through right now. No cap. Let's get it going. Hit that like button. My boy said, smash that like. He said TJ Ford, Rob 87, Chain TC, Chopstick. Oh, what's up with them, bro? Come on, bro. TJ Ford, Rob 87, Chain TC, Chopstick, H Money, Mr. The Zone. Right now, everyone, push your pound for pound list of this era. Of this era, or right now, who's pound for pound? I got Canelo. Canelo number one on my list. Number one is Canelo on my list. Also, you got I got Canelo. Canelo number one. Number two, I got not in order, man. I ain't gonna do it in order, but Canelo's number one for me. You know what I mean? Canelo's number one. I got Terrence Crawford, Earl Spence, Terrence Crawford, Earl Spence Jr., Lomachenko, Devin Haney. Those are my top five right now. Canelo, Terrence Crawford, Earl Spence, Lomachenko, Devin Haney. Those are my top five pound for pound at the moment, bro. You know what I'm saying? What about Canelo? Canelo, man, he beat the best guys, bro. He said Canelo failed drug test. But listen, Danny the Great, Earl Spence Jr. got Canelo number one pound for pound. You got to respect that. You got other fighters pound for pound in the world, and they got Canelo pound for pound, bro. You got to give them credit. Other fighters, bro, that's ranked top five pound for pound, they got Canelo number one. So even Earl Spence Jr. got Canelo number one, bro. You know what I mean? He said champ pound for pound lists are only for fanboys. He said Bud number one. I can't put Bud number one. Who did Terrence Crawford, his best wins, you know what I'm saying? Gamboa. Gamboa is his best win. And Devin Haney about to fight Gamboa. You know what I'm saying? I like Crawford. I got him top five, but I think I got Canelo over him. Canelo, come on, beat Triple G. Canelo knocked out Kovalev. He beat Miguel Cotto. Canelo been in there with Floyd. Even though he lost to Floyd Mayweather, he fought Floyd Mayweather. What up, Terrence Bailey? Terrence Bailey Sr. Shout out to the general, man. Shout out to the LDBC, bro. For real. Smack that like button for me. I don't know what's up with him, bro. Damn, bro. Let's see what's up with it, bro. We gonna wait for him, bro. You know what I mean? We gonna wait for him, bro. Maybe they might be running a little late. They told me, you know what I mean? They told me a certain time. Hopefully we can get it in. Yo, Terrence, holla at me. Otha Jones III, Terrence Bailey, a future world champion. We about to get this interview right now. We about to do the interview with him. I think he might be one of the best young fighters in the sport of boxing. He has a great amateur background, a 21-time national champion, 270 wins as an amateur. Currently, his record, 5 wins, 2 knockouts, undefeated. He's calling out Gary Russell Jr. and Shakur Stevenson. He wants to fight the best. He wants to fight the best. He's training out of Toledo, Ohio. He reminds me of a young Meldrick Taylor. He said his favorite fighter growing up was Aaron Pryor. He said Aaron Pryor was his favorite fighter growing up. So, you know what I mean? We ready to get this interview in with him. I think he might be running a little late. You know what I'm saying? We got to wait, though. You know what I mean? Got to be patient. You know what they said? Patience is a virtue. I wait, then I murk you. You know what I mean? Patience is a virtue. So, you know what I'm saying? We're going to see what's up with the coach. Try to get this thing going. For real. Smack that like button, man. You know, we coming back. We going to talk about my boy Devin Haney and the duck tree. Devin Haney got the duck tree going on. You know what I'm saying? That video going to be in a couple of hours. Devin Haney, you know what I'm saying, exposing all the fighters that ducked him. Gervonta Davis, Adrian Broner, Lomachenko, all of those guys. Adrian Broner, Gervonta Davis, Lomachenko, Ryan Garcia, Teofimo Lopez, Luke Campbell, Javier Fortuna, all of those guys. He said, dude, good taste. I believe Hawk could have beat Ray. You remember that? Terrence Bailey. You remember Sugar Ray Leonard ducked him? Sugar Ray Leonard actually ducked him, bro. He ducked Aaron Pryor, man. Aaron Pryor pulling up at the press conference saying how he wants to fight Sugar Ray Leonard. Sugar Ray Leonard's talking about this is my show. You know what I'm saying? You can't say anything at my press conference. He was avoiding. Sugar Ray Leonard was avoiding Aaron Pryor. That's for sure. Sugar Ray Leonard did avoid him. And I like Sugar Ray, man. Shout out to Sugar Ray Leonard. But he didn't want anything to do with Aaron Pryor. That's for sure, man. That's for sure. Let's get it popping. My boy. Big time action coming up, man. Next month, Devin Haney will be fighting. We still waiting for an opponent. Will it be Adrian Broner? Will it be Gary Russell Jr.? Who's going to be next for him? Will it be Gamboa? We got to wait and see. Otha Jones III will be on that undercard. He's going to – here we go, the coach right here. Coach right here, let's go. What's up with it, coach? Okay, I'm going to drop the link in the chat. Let's get it. There we go. There go the coach right there. Coach Roshan Jones, one of the best trainers in boxing. One of the best young trainers in boxing. He said, they ready. Let me drop the link for him. Hey, yo, y'all can come through too. Anybody want to ask some questions, feel free to join the panel. Ask Otha Jones III a question if you want to. You know what I mean? He's a young champion in the making, a young champion with a lot of skills, a lot of potential. He can do it all. He's quick. He's fast. He's slick. He got power. He can box. Footwork. He got the footwork. He got the IQ. You know what I mean? When you talk about the best young fighters in boxing, like I said, you got Devin Haney. You got Otha Jones III. You know what I'm saying? Otha Jones III, one of the best young fighters, man. I'm telling you, he wants Shakur Stevenson. Let me see what my big bro Terrence Bailey said. He said the Hawk said he would have beat Floyd Mayweather if he was still in his prime. That would have been a good fight because remember, man, Aaron Pryor, he used to start off very, very fast, bro. He was so aggressive in his fights. Soon as the bell rang, he was on his opponent. He was putting pressure on him, and he was going for the knockout. You know what I'm saying? He had a great chin as well. You know, Aaron Pryor, his legendary fights with Alexis Aguero. Here he is, the trainer, Coach Roshan Jones. One of the best young trainers in boxing in the building. What's up, coach? What's good?
What's good? Man, my dad doing extra workouts, man.
It's all good. How's everything? How you feeling?
So, hopping on the phone.
I could barely hear you. Kind of like breaking up a little bit. You froze up, coach. Here go the trainer and the brother of Otha Jones III, Coach Roshan Jones, representing Soul City Boxing. Coach Roshan Jones. Hey, you breaking up, coach?
Let me connect to this Wi-Fi. Hold on.
Okay, yeah. For sure, there he is. Coach Roshan Jones, one of the best young trainers in boxing. He is the trainer and the brother of Otha Jones III. Let's get it popping. We ready, man? The interview finished. It's about to jump off. Appreciate everybody turning up with me on my birthday, man. Appreciate y'all, bro. One of the best young fighters in boxing, Otha Jones III. Interview live. What's up, coach?
What's up? He's logging in right now. Hold on 1 second.
Okay, yeah, man. There go the trainer. They was just in the gym. Bro. Yeah, Aaron Pryor was a hell of a fighter, y'all. He was a. Dang, we got some background noise. Think because he outside. I'm not sure. We gonna get down to the bottom of this. Otha Jones III, a 21-time national champion, 270 wins as an amateur. You know what I mean? Let's go. My big brother, TY in the building. TY in the building. You already know, TY. We got the interview with a future world champion. You know what I'm saying? Championship rings, man. Championship rings, you feel me? Let's go. AJ, what's good? AJ, hop on the panel. Hit the like button, everybody, man, on my birthday, man, with a future world champion. You know what I'm saying? God is the greatest. God is the greatest, man. Let's go. AJ, what's good? My boy AJ. Otha Jones III. Appreciate that. We in here, man. We in here, bro. You better know it. We taking over the sport. Shout outs to Devin Haney. Devin Haney Promotions. Bill Haney. Shout outs to Soul City Boxing Club in Toledo, Ohio.
What's good?
What's good? What's up with it?
Okay.
I see OJ. I see OJ3. He ready. OJ3, the Juice Man, is ready. Okay, yo, coach, you got kind of like some background noise in the back. I don't know what it is. Maybe if you get closer to the Wi-Fi. What's up with it?
What up with it?
What's good? There he is. Otha Jones III, one of the best young fighters in boxing. How you doing, my brother?
I'm doing good. How about you?
I'm good, man. You know what? I'm a big time supporter of you. I like what you bring to the sport of boxing. A lot of entertainment, a lot of speed, a lot of power. You know what I'm saying? I see you got twisted up, man. You know what I mean? You kind of look like 42 Doug right now, my boy.
I'm weak, man. Yeah, man. A lot of people say that when I get my hair braided. I hate it, but hey, it is what it is.
For sure. How's everything been going? How's training?
It's going great. You know, just working hard. You know, getting good sparring, and I'll be ready September 26th.
September 26th on the Devin Haney undercard, right?
Right. Yes, sir.
For sure, man. How's your relationship with Devin? I heard you and Devin Haney came up together in the amateurs.
Oh, yeah, it's real good. You know, a good friend of mine. You know, now that you know he's big in the sport of boxing. He's a mentor to me.
Absolutely, he's like a big brother to you coming up in the game.
Yeah, of course.
For sure. You know what? I've been watching you for quite some time. Like I said, you got a lot of skills. unbelievable amateur record, 270 wins. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
A 21-time national champion.
Yes, sir.
Could you tell us a little bit about, your amateur days and how it was coming up in the rankings?
My amateur days, ever since I was 8 years old, we was every weekend, I had to go through school and stuff like that. Then, every weekend we would travel across the world, to look for the work. We wanted all the action. So, all them wins, that's what came from. That came from getting on the road every weekend, and then when it was time for nationals, I show up and show out on the nationals, and then I take them under my belt, and then it racked up to 21.
For sure, man. I heard you had a couple of big fights down there with Gabriel Flores Jr. How was your rivalry with Gabriel Flores Jr.?
Oh yeah, we had a big rivalry. Every time we fought, we had everybody at our ring. It'd be 6 rings. Everybody would be at our ring. I had a lot of great amateur wars with a lot of people. Mark Castro. I can go on for days, but them some of the names that's hot right now. So I'm just gonna throw that out there.
Absolutely, absolutely. You know, I've been watching you for a while, and I've seen some of your interviews. You said that Aaron Pryor was your favorite fighter growing up.
Heck yeah, Hawk time. It's Hawk time. You know that.
Okay, what did you like about Aaron Pryor? What was it about him that made you such a such a fan of him?
Just his how much heart he had, how much grit he had, and the fact that if he wanted to box, he was gonna box you. But if he knew you was soft and he see that you ain't had that much dog in your heart, he was gonna go get you and he was gonna make you look stupid. And that's what I loved about it. And I used to like when I Hawk time, baby. Then he used to turn up. And then, I just love that. That was.
Absolutely, and he's from Ohio, just like you. Does that have something to do with it? Him being from around the same way as you.
I didn't know he was from Ohio till like after he was my favorite fighter. So I don't know.
Okay, okay. The legacy of Ohio fighters is very strong. You got, like you said, Aaron Pryor. You got fighters like Adrian Broner. You got Robert Eastern, Jared Anderson, Albert Bell. Of course, you got, Charles Conwell right now. You got Isaiah Steen, O'Shea Jones. You know what I'm saying? How do how do you feel about, representing, Ohio and being possibly the next great fighter from Ohio?
It feels good being from Toledo, Ohio. We have a lot of great talent. And, not saying it's a competition or anything, but I want to be the most outstanding boxer out of Toledo, Ohio. So that's a pretty big thing. So I got to keep working hard, keep being smart in the ring, and keep taking care of my business.
Absolutely. Could you tell us about like other fighters that you was watching like growing up? Was there any other fighters that you looked up to besides Aaron Pryor?
I looked up to Muhammad Ali, Joe Frazier, Willie Pep. You might not know Willie Pep, but Willie Pep had them ankles on you. Woo.
Yeah, back in the day with that footwork,
Yeah.
I remember him.
Yeah, Willie Pep, and I can go on. And, Sugar Ray was another one.
Sugar Ray. What about Floyd Mayweather?
Floyd Mayweather is a current current type of fighter right now. He's just now retiring. If you would have said like my favorite fighter now, I would say Floyd. He's the best right now. Well, he was the best when he retired, but right now, Terrence Crawford and Canelo is my favorite out of all the pound for pound people right now, and that's who I look up to right now.
Absolutely. So I know your record right now is 5-2, 5 wins, 2 knockouts, undefeated. You've been fighting at different catch weights. What is your weight though? Which weight class do you see yourself fighting in?
I am a 130 pounder. My first couple fights was 130 plus two. My last couple fights been 130 on the nose, and for a championship fight, we're going 130.
130, super featherweight division. Currently, world champions at 130. You got Jamel Herring, Jojo Diaz, Leo Santa Cruz, and Miguel Burchelt. Also, Gary Russell Jr. is talking about moving up to 130 pounds. Shakur Stevenson at 130. Which fighter do you got your eye on? Who do you want in the future?
Uh, I want all the smoke. I'm never running from nobody. I work too hard to be running. But to me, the weakest link is Jameer Herring. He's just the weakest link. His boxing skills just the lowest. As being the champion, I would go at him first.
Absolutely. Jamel Herring, what do you think about a potential clash between you and Shakur Stevenson?
Oh, that would be a great fight. We would sell a lot of great tickets, and the better man will win. The better man with the game plan will win.
Absolutely. I think that could be a potential super fight in the future. You're younger than Shakur. You're 20 years old. Shakur's 23. I can see that fight, what I'm saying, making sense in the future. What about you, Coach Roshan? Thinking about these current world champions at 130, Jamel Herring, Jojo Diaz, Leo Santa Cruz, Miguel Burchelt. Who you got your eyes on as his trainer and his brother?
We got to go one belt at a time. I feel he has a skill set and the best team to beat all those guys. Those guys are great fighters. They have been there. They got a lot of rounds underneath their belt. And OJ3, I've seen him spar with the top professionals, and even for world champions before in the gym. So, or world title, and I know he can do it. He got fast feet, fast hands, power in both hands. He can switch left and right. He listens very well. He's very awkward. He's kind of like Aaron Pryor, where he can punch from any angle. He uses his angle. When the time is right, we can get a fight and fight anybody. No, we're not taking nobody off the list. Shakur Stevenson, Miguel, Leo, and Jamel Herring. Any of those guys that's in the title eliminator spot. You know what I'm saying? Those guys we are shooting for because we can't say, oh, we can't call them out. They got to call them out. You know what I mean? But before we get to that point, we got to start. Small belts, title eliminator, then world championship fight. You know what I mean? And we got to work our way up on the ladder with the box rec points.
Absolutely. What about a potential fight between Otha Jones III and Chris Colbert, Little B Hop? What you think about that matchup, Coach?
Oh man, B Hop, man, he nice, but like I said before, I feel like there's nobody in the world that can beat us with our strategy and our game plan. We come from a wrestling background, so we're gonna know when to be aggressive, when to box, when to get your game plan. And I just feel like the better man gonna win that day. And like Otha Jones III said, the man with the better game plan is gonna win.
Absolutely. So OJ3 the Juice Man. That's what I like to call you, OJ3 the Juice Man. You know what I mean? I love that name. Man, you got a great nickname. You a fan favorite. The people love you on the channel, man. I did a video about you I think it was like a month or two ago, and I compared you to a young Meldrick Taylor. You know what I'm saying? Just with the skill set, with your hand speed. Meldrick Taylor, a former Olympic gold medalist, a two-time world champion who beat Howard Davis. Howard Davis, who was another Olympic gold medalist. Meldrick Taylor beat Buddy McGirt. Buddy McGirt, who's a Hall of Famer as a fighter and a trainer. Meldrick Taylor was one of the best. You remember his fight with Julio Cesar Chavez. His fight with Chavez, Meldrick Taylor was beating up Chavez and he got robbed. You know what I'm saying? He was only 23 years old when I felt like he beat Chavez and he got robbed from his victory. So I see a lot of Meldrick Taylor. I'm sorry, go ahead.
I said he did beat Chavez. That was some bull BS.
Absolutely, it was some BS. It definitely was, man. And Chavez was considered to be the best fighter in the world at that time. And Meldrick Taylor, at 23 years old, outboxed him, and he really won that fight. You know what I mean? I think you got potential to be better than Meldrick Taylor. You know what I'm saying? We gonna learn from the mistakes that the fighters made before us. The fighters before us, the mistakes that Aaron Pryor made, the mistakes that Meldrick Taylor made, and we gonna, you know what I'm saying, you know what I mean, potentially be better than these guys. And I think that should be the plan. And when did you pick up the sport of boxing? Could you let the fans know?
I picked up the sport of boxing at 8 years old. I went to the gym and fell in love with it ever since. And ever since I went to the gym, I can't stop boxing.
Absolutely. So I heard your family came up, wrestling, and you started off wrestling and you switched to boxing. What made you make them switch to boxing?
I started wrestling at 4 years old. For just for the toughness. Basic feet work. My family put me in it not to be soft. Just have me wasting energy so I can go to sleep at home and stuff like that. And then I just switched over to boxing. Wrestling was my first sport at that time, and then I just wanted to try other sports. And when I tried boxing, I put boxing first.
For sure. Yo, could you tell us a little bit about your sister O'Shea Jones, and about her and how good she is, and for the people that don't know about O'Shea Jones, could you let them know, please?
O'Shea Jones is my sister. She started when she was 12 years old. I started at 8, and I developed, and she seen how good I was. At home we were so competitive and things like that. So she seen how good I was, and then she got in the gym, and she started boxing and she started getting good, and we just started competing at home with boxing. And then she's a softball, and I'm righty, so we always try each other. When I started winning nationals, and she also was winning nationals too. So she's an animal, and she made the United States team on the United States Olympic team, and she's waiting for 2021 so she can qualify for the Olympics now.
Absolutely. I don't think we ever seen something like this in the sport of boxing. A brother and sister duo like this, y'all can make history. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So, OJ3, could you describe your style to the people? What type of fighter you are? Are you a boxer? Are you a puncher? You know what I mean? Or are you just a classic boxer puncher?
I would say I'm a awkward boxer puncher that uses angles.
Absolutely. What are some of the attributes that separate you from the rest of the fighters in the sport?
Um, my quickness, how fast I can adjust, to get the job done, and just how well I listen to my corner.
For sure. So, what's your favorite punch, man? What's your favorite punch you like to use?
I really don't have no favorite punch, but if I would have to pick, I would say a jab.
The jab, the most important punch in boxing. Okay, let me. Your brother froze up. Let me add him back. Here you go. What up, Coach? Oh, there you go.
What up? You
So,
had bad connection.
okay, it's all good. Yo, So OJ3, you know what I mean? Could you tell the people a little bit about the Soul City Boxing Gym in Toledo, Ohio?
The Soul City Boxing Gym is the Jones family boxing gym. We started it 2010. We opened and we just to get kids off the streets and stuff like that, and we have top boxers, and we been open for 10 years now.
For sure. Hey, I seen a clip of you going against Tony Harrison. How was that experience?
It was a great experience. I appreciate the work from Tony. He's a former world champion, so I really appreciate it, and I just take it in consideration because he showed me a lot of great things, and I appreciate it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You know, I see you fighting on the zone, being promoted by Eddie Hearn. How is that relationship with Eddie?
It's great. With him being from Britain, Great Britain, it's hard to get in contact with him. He's a very busy man, but when I do talk to him, we chop it up about things, and he tell me what I needs to work on. We got a real tight relationship.
Absolutely. So any word on who that opponent might be next, your next opponent?
We don't know yet, but I don't. It don't matter if it was Floyd Mayweather. We gonna still keep working hard, and we gonna find a game plan, and we gonna execute it when we fight.
For sure. For sure. You know what? You bring a lot to the table. Like I said, skills pay the bills. You know, what I'm saying? The less punishment you take, the longer you will last in a sport. And I see you got a great defense, a great jab, great hand speed, and you a dog on the inside, man. I love the way you got that dog in you. You know what I'm saying? You like
Yeah.
to get down and dirty. Could you tell me a little bit about that, man? Where did that come from? That dog, man. Where did that dog come from?
I just think that dogs come from wrestling. When I was a younger kid, right here, my brother right here, he always terrorized me as a young kid, and I think that molded me to be a dog. And when I'm in that ring, I have to know when to turn it on and when to turn it off, and when to keep my distance and stay long.
Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? You got 270 wins in the amateurs. So I feel like you've been in there with basically every style, you know, and you seen everything. And I seen a couple of your fights where you actually got robbed in the amateurs. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I mean? How does that experience in the amateurs, you know what I'm saying? How would that benefit you as a professional going through every style, getting robbed in certain situations? Now as a professional, how would that help you?
It helped me really great. Amateurs, showed me every style. It showed me a great boxer. It showed me Mexicans, keeping the pressure coming, and it showed me great punchers. And the the amateurs really helped me because it's styles make fights in pro boxing, and amateur boxing helped me just to see everything and just know how to deal with it. And the robbery taught me you can't leave it in the judge's hand. If you leave it in the judge's hand, it's a 50% chance that they're gonna rob you. So you have to get the job done and can't leave it in the judge's hand.
Absolutely. Yo, Coach Roshan Jones, what are some of the attributes that separates your brother OJ3 from the rest of the pack? What separates him from the rest of the fighters?
Man, 20 minutes.
What separates Otha Jones the third from the other fighters are the simple thing that his work ethic. He worked out 5 times a day 5 times a week. You know what I mean? Doing different variety of workouts, and he shows up every day on time. Most boxers, they don't do that. You know what I mean? So before it's boxing, it's cardio and strength training. You know what I mean? And the dieting. He's dieting right. He has a strength and nutritionist that cooks him all the right meals, sea moss, superfoods, things like that. And he's just above those guys just because of his dedication, discipline, not even mentioning his skill set and his quickness of power and speed. You know what I mean? That's a whole nother topic. You know what I'm saying? So he the face of the zone right now for the new prospect. So it's only up from here.
Absolutely. And I seen you working out there in Philadelphia with Raymond Ford. How was your relationship with Raymond Ford?
That was pretty good. Growing up with him and the amateurs, what really made us, great friends. Seeing them doing good is very good. When we're in the same card, I like to see him fight, and he's a very very skilled fighter.
Absolutely. I like to call y'all the three kings. You, Devin Haney, Raymond Ford, you know what I mean? The youngest fighters signed to Matchroom in the zone. I think y'all gonna be, you know what I mean, the futures of boxing. Futures of boxing. And you know what I mean? The sky is the limit. I want to see you do big things in a sport. Real talk. You know what I mean? How many weight classes could you see yourself being a champion in? How many weight classes would you like to conquer in the sport of boxing?
Uh, say about 3 or 4, but can't really say because the sky is the limit. You never know what you're capable of till you do it.
Yes. So 126 is not an option right now. It's 130 right now.
Uh, if the money right, if they say we have a fight at 126 for 3 million, a world champion, of course I would lose that weight to get that money. Heck yeah. But they ain't saying that, so 130 is a first weight class that I want to conquer.
Absolutely. Yo, what about Gary Russell Jr.? You know, he's been doing a lot of talking on the internet. You know, he made some statements that, you know, he punched Terrence Crawford, he sucker punched Crawford and things like that. You know, what you think about Gary Russell Jr. as a future opponent? You know, he's saying everybody ducking him and this and that. I mean, would you like to get in there with Gary Russell in the future?
As everybody's ducking them and stuff like that. But I'm only 5-0 right now. When I get those box rec points, there's no ducking from me. I want all the smoke, like I said, and whoever wanted can get it.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I want to see you in there with Gary Russell, man. You know what I mean? He got a big mouth. He talking like he really about that. I think Otha Jones the third to smoke him. I think you got more power than him. You know what I mean? You bigger, stronger, and faster. You know what I mean? I think that's a big fight for you, and you too much of a dog for him on the inside. You know what I mean? Your inside fighting, you gonna bully him on the inside, bro. He really don't. I'm telling you, Gary Russell ain't about that. I got Otha Jones the third smoking him, smoking him. What about you, Coach? What do you think about Russell versus OJ3?
Man, I told you, anybody at 130, 135, 140 that got problems, man, with OJ3, man. This dude, he's not from Earth, man. He's an alien, man. The stuff he does is just not real. You know what I mean? He hit too hard, he's too quick, and his feet is too great. Now listen to me. I'm not taking nothing away from no champion. No champion. But we just that good. And the older he gets, and the more man strength he gets on, oh man, it's gonna be ugly, man.
For sure. Yo, OJ3, I've been seeing you like, man, seeing you getting bigger, bro. Like you really starting to put on, you know what I'm saying, that man strength. And you only 20 years old. So you gonna get bigger. You know what I mean? Have you noticed your body changing?
Oh yeah, every day, we hitting them pull ups and dips, man. We be working out like we in jail, man. So I ain't got no choice to get big. No homo.
For sure, for sure. hey, hey, OJ3, what you think about these up and coming fights in boxing? I want to get your thoughts on Charlo versus Rosario. Who you like in that fight?
I got my money on Charlo. I'm betting whatever.
What
And I
about
got my
Charlo
money on
versus
Tank.
Sergey Devery?
First Leo Santa
You said
Cruz.
you
I
got
got my
money on
money
Tank
on
over
Tank.
Leo?
I'm betting whatever. That he knock him out.
Okay. What about Deontay Wilder versus Tyson Fury 3? Who you like in that one?
I want Deontay Wilder to win, but Tyson Fury is just too much of a good boxer. It's just crazy how good of skills that he has. And Wilder is really not a boxer. He's a street fighter. So I gotta put my money on Fury, man. He's just too good. He worked too good, and he moved like he's 147.
Okay. What about Teofimo Lopez versus Lomachenko? Who you like in that fight?
That's crazy. I, me and Tiafimo is really really cool. We were the same team, split team management, and I really wanted him to win. But I just think Lomachenko has too many angles. I think my prediction is if Tiafimo don't knock him out, it's gonna be a long night.
Yeah, me too. I totally agree with that one. I think Teofimo got some power, but Lomachenko got the skills. And like Floyd Mayweather said, skills wins fights. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, skills wins fights. So I think Lomachenko gonna outbox him. But we gotta wait and see, you know what I mean? Because they saying the fight might be off and things of that nature. I'm not sure what's going on. You are managed by Split T Management. How is that relationship with Split T?
It's very good. David McWaters is first he before he even came my manager, he became my friend. We built a good relationship. He was taking me out to the fights before I even was pro. He's getting me some exposure and stuff like that. He has a very good family, very good wife, and we're real cool. And the fact that my dad worked for Split Team Management is also a plus. Timmy Van Newhouse, he's a real good friend. He mentored me and steered me in the right way to get signed. And he's cool and we real tight.
Okay. Um, OJ3. So, like in the sport of boxing, what are your goals? What are you you know what I mean? What do you really want to accomplish in boxing? Do you want to be an all-time great? Do you want to be a Hall of Famer? You know what I'm saying? What are your goals in the sport of boxing?
I just wanna, feed my family. Get my family out the hood, and be a legend. Just be someone to look up to. You know, when I retire, I just want to be someone to look up to, and people to watch my fights and say, yeah, OJ3 was a bad motor scooter.
For sure. We got a question from my boy Connor Loco Sports in the chat. He said, who would win between Supernova and Jamil Herring?
I would pick Supernova just on the fact that I don't think Jamil Herring's skills is that good. All he got is pressure. Pressure. Pressure bust pipes. Pressure do bust pipes, but skills will beat pressure every time. Just like a Mexican gonna come forward all day. A boxer that's in shape will beat a Mexican every time, coming straight forward.
Facts. Facts. You know, Man, that's a fight that I would like to see as well. Like you said, Jamel Herring, that's the guy you really gunning for at 130, right? That's the one you want to get your hands on first.
I mean, I wouldn't say I got something against him now, but I just feel like his talent is just the weakest at 130.
He the weakest link. In other words, he the weakest link. You know what I mean? He got a belt. He just holding on to that belt. We want to take that belt from Jamel Herring, man. You know what I'm saying? You hear it from Otha Jones III. He wants some of that work. You know what I mean? We could definitely set it up easily. Easily. You coming for all the champions, man. You know what I'm saying? So could you tell me a little bit about working with your brother, Coach Roshan Jones, and your father, Big O? You know what I mean? How is that relationship working with your brother and your father?
It's a real good relationship. Before they my friends, they my father and my brother first. I just want to throw that out there. But they also are my friends, so they know me like the back of their hand. They know how to push me. They know how to get me to the next level, and it's just real fun having them around.
Absolutely. Yo, Coach Roshan, how is it training your brother? You know what I mean? And making him a future world champion. How is the experience been?
Oh, the experience is great. We're working on a legacy with our family and our friends. When we leave this place, we want to make a big mark, get things ready for our great grandkids, our grandkids, and our children as well. And instilling that in their head makes them want to push harder because it's bigger than us. We are just a foundation. You know what I mean? We're setting the foundation from when our family was released from slavery. We're building everything back together so we can have a strong base for the future of our legacy of our family. So it's a great experience.
For sure, man. You got right now, man. You know what I'm saying? We keeping up with the Joneses. OJ Jones, Roshan Jones, Otha Jones the third. You know what I mean? Y'all got a great family taking over the sport of boxing. We are definitely, you know what I'm saying, want to see what's going to be the next step for Otha Jones the third. Coach, what do you think will be that next step for him to take his career to the next level?
Small title shot.
His next step is to get back active, get that ring rust off. We've been doing a lot of sparring, so it won't be too much ring rust. Getting under the spotlights and performing, executing what you're supposed to do. Get these guys with these fights. With a lot of fights. 20 plus fights, 30 plus fights. I mean, the last guy he fought was a former opponent of Felix Verdejo. We got him out of there in the second round. And he's just got to keep knocking those guys off and getting in position to get those small titles. Those IBF small titles, those WBO small titles, or WBA small titles, and those WBC small titles, silver and gold. You know what I mean? So you got to work your way up the ladder. Unless one of those champions say, here this video and they call us back out like, I'll beat you. You know what I mean? So then we can pump it up like that. But other than that, we got to keep winning and getting these box rep points. So the next stage for OJ3 is just to keep winning and keep getting his money.
Absolutely. OJ3, you said the next step is a world title shot. You want that bad, huh?
I said small title shot.
Oh, small title shots. Okay, I got you. My bad.
That's the next step.
My boy Rob87 in the chat says, what's your Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry. Finish what you were saying.
No, I was just saying, the small title first, then it's a contender. Then it's the world title shot. But
I got you.
Roy keep his hands down too much. I don't like his hands when his hands be like right here. They don't be on his face. They be like right here. So I don't like that. I feel like Tyson gonna clip it. But in my heart, I want Roy Jones to win.
Okay. What about you, Coach Roshan? Who you got, Mike Tyson or Roy Jones in this one?
I got Roy Jones only because he's been active longer than Mike Tyson. Roy Jones just had a fight in Russia a couple years ago. You know what I mean? Roy Jones had a fight in Russia a couple years ago. Mike Tyson hasn't been in the ring longer than that. So as long as Roy Jones keep him at bay and don't get caught with those angles and leaping hooks, he'd be great.
For sure. So OJ3, what you think about, fighting without a crowd? Is that going to affect you anyway, fighting without a crowd, or it really doesn't bother you?
Oh, it doesn't bother me. It's just gonna be like sparring, but I'm getting paid. So what?
In 2019, I believe you fought 4 times in that year, so you were staying active, man. Do you plan on staying active again like that? You know what I mean? With your first fight in September and coming back soon after that?
Yeah, I expect to get 2 fights this year before the year is over, and then the next year after that, I expect 5 or 6 fights, and we should be good.
Absolutely, man. OJ3, I don't want to take too much of your time, but H Money, Mr. The Zone, I definitely appreciate you, man. You know what I mean? Remember my name, bro. Mr. The Zone. You hear me? We really making noise out here, bro. And I'm for sure. OJ3, you got a great personality. You funny, bro. You know what I'm saying? You very entertaining. You know what I'm saying? You got a great personality, bro. And I think the world is going to gravitate towards you. You know what I'm saying? So keep up the great work. You know what I'm saying? Stay up in that gym, hard work, dedication. You know what I mean? And like Floyd Mayweather said, the less punishment you take, the longer you will last, my brother. You know what I mean? So, man, I want to see you, you know what I'm saying, have a great career in the future. And we definitely going to keep following you, man. You know what I mean? I'm going to keep in touch with your brother. I know you're going to be a future world champion very soon, God willing. And it was a pleasure, man, to interview you on my birthday. You know what I mean? You definitely one of my favorite fighters. You, Devin Haney, you know what I mean? My guys, man, I love y'all, bro. So keep it up, man. Shout out to your family, your brother, your sister, O'Shea Jones, your father, man. Everybody, man. Thank you, OJ3, the people in the chat saying thank you, bro. We appreciate it. And we looking forward, y'all. September, the return of the Juice Man, OJ3 coming back. You know what I mean? Let's go. OJ3, give your social media for the people so they can follow you.
Fans, follow me at Otha Jones 3RD on Instagram and Twitter. Thanks for having me, Mr. H Money, the Zone.
For sure, man. There you go. Future world champion. You heard me? Let's get it going. Coach Roshan Jones, thank you, man.
Happy birthday, man. Keep living your life. Keep living.
For sure, man. Appreciate that, OJ, man. I'm going to keep in touch with you for real, bro. So keep handling your business. You know what I mean? And the fans going to support you for sure. You know what I mean? Appreciate that, Coach Roshan Jones, man.
For sure, man. We appreciate your time, man. Sorry we was late. We had to do an extra workout. But we messed with you. The whole household know you. H Money, Mr. The Zone is going down, man. Subscribe.
For sure. Much love, man. Shout out to Soul City Boxing. Future world champion. Otha Jones III, the Juice Man. You know what I mean? Go follow him right now. Juice Man, baby. Appreciate it. We out of here.
One.